you are capable of winning races. But you can't do it alone. It's time to elevate your game to the next level with RMR Driving Academy. Richard Myrtle is the longest-running setup builder on iRacing with nearly a decade of experience. With a combined 13,000 rating across 2 accounts, Myrtle has helped more than 20 drivers advance to the World of Outlaws Pro Series. Log on to rmrdrivingacademy.com or find them on Facebook and Instagram.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Digital Sim Sports Network, the Dirt Racing Network, and live coverage of the Midwest Truck Series at Myrtle Beach Speedway tonight. Gonna put the big, heavy cars out on the teeny, tiny little speedway. We're just gonna see what happens. I don't know what else we can do with it. 24 drivers checked in. Just about a half mile in a funky shaped D oval. It is kind of wild. Gonna be a lot of fun. 78 degrees on the track, 73 for the air temperature. We got 78% humidity, so it's a little slick. And we have seen a lot of guys struggling in the practice session with how slick the entries are to this set of corners at both ends of the racetrack. Good evening, Mr. Bill. Hello to everybody else out there in viewer land. Make sure you say hi in the chat, guys. Don't hide out waiting for us to get to you. Say hi to us first. It goes a long ways. Hello to everybody else out there in viewer land. Make sure. Trying to get our link so we can put it in for the guys over at the truck series here, so they can all go and watch live. A lot of guys do like to do it. Just under 30 seconds left in the practice session. Then qualifying, we did not get a video for the flyover this evening. I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but I never did see a video link for that. Good old Adam Vinny right now. Quickest in the session. Quickest by over a tenth. Faster than Jonathan Scott. Coincidentally, if you were watching last night, we did not have an over-under winner at ERA last night. I was thinking about doing it tonight, but I got going a little late, and I'm just discombobulated this evening. I'm losing my marbles. That ain't going to take much. I didn't have that many to begin with. So, about ready to watch drivers start rolling out. There's Michael Everett. In that number 8 truck. I love the paint on that thing. I actually will say that I got to try some of the powdered prime, and not a fan. Hugely not a fan, actually. So I don't know that we'll try that again. Almost everybody's already out here. There goes Adam Vinny. We will go. We'll go running back to Mr. Everett. He looks like he's going to be the first or the second to make his way around. Kamba 1916. Everett just a tick off of that. Watch. Oh, Adam Vinny. Adam Vinny with a big slide down the backstretch. That's not going to do good for him. Brandon Bowmaker slid it second round off of 2. Corey Blevins did the same thing. See Kevin Spaulding trying to get out of turn 2, and he's going to get it squared away. That truck looked a little loose anyway, and I think there's some slick down there. And now here's Adam Vinny. His first lap not going to count, so he is banking on lap number 2. Knocked all the goodie off the tires, got him a little warm. He's going to go down to turn 3 and just loop it. Adam Vinny is going to have a tough time. Coming from the back almost, probably, it looks like. Bowmaker still the quickest, and Blevins right here. He is second quick to Todd Kyer. Let's see what Kyer can do in that 08, that Haviland machine. I like the paint on this car, too. Quite a bit, actually. But Davey Allison, although he drove a Ford, I was kind of a fan. I thought he was going to be something special. Kyer goes 10th quick on his first lap. Here goes Stephen Pearson. He is going to get on the time clock. He said he was having trouble getting into the corners tonight because it's so slick getting down in here. I think we are going to have a big number for cautions tonight. Just a feeling that I have. Pearson, first time through, 9th quick. 1913, so he is a couple of tenths off. See if he can pick it up on lap number 2. Looks like about 5 guys are not going to post time. Mike Vining, Dana Burdick, Adam Vinny, Noah Abbott, and Paul Pfeffer. Pearson picks it up a little bit. He'll go 5th quick on his second lap. So Brandon Bowmaker looks like he will be your pole sitter this evening. Corey Blevins, Brock Bigelow, Austin Householder, and Stephen Pearson, that top 5 in qualifying. All the way back to 6th, they kept it under a 1/10 of a second between them, as Jonathan Scott was just 7/100ths off of pole speed. Good evening, Jane. So 19 of them took time. 5 of them either attempted and failed or did not try to attempt at all. And they will all start at the back. And your current points leader in the series is one of those drivers, Adam Vinny. Looped it out of 2 on his first lap, and then looped it getting into 3 on his only potential viable timed lap. And that just may serve to hurt him in the long run. This track is very slick tonight. He's going to have to work through 20 some odd cars in here, and that might be difficult. But Corey Blevins is going to kind of be the catbird seat tonight. He's going to start up front, have him a shot, stay clear of all the nonsense. Brandon Bowmaker will be up. Brock Bigelow had a good race last week. He, Blevins, Bowmaker, Vinny, all of them had really good runs last week. Tony Martin stayed up there in the top 5, 6, 7 trucks all night long last week, and right now he's going to start 9th in tonight's event. Guys, shout out to us. Let us know where you're watching from. Got a favorite driver? Make sure that you shout their name out too. Sometimes they're paying attention. So now we know what the starting lineup is going to look like. Let's get ready to get down here and have a look. At what it's going to be like. Oh, wow. Yeah, we can't get on any of that. That's terrible. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to line them up for 100 circuits with the 6 of Brandon Bowmaker, the 24 of Corey Blevins on your front row. Brock Bigelow in the 27, Austin Householder in the 75 will make up a row number 2. The 83 of Stephen Pearson next to the 51 of Jonathan Scott is the 3rd row. The 4th row will be the 4 of Forstner, Mike Forstner, next to the 25 of Kevin Spaulding. 22 of Tony Martin on the inside of the 5th row with Ryan Kamba in that 204 machine on his outside. Todd Kyer in the 08 and Marcus De La Garza in the 99 make up our 6th row. Paul Bohanek, the 3, Mike Everett in the 8. It seems like those two start right next to each other almost every week. They're in row number 7. Row 8 is the 72 of U. Escobar inside, and Dakota Dennis in that 19 truck will start on the outside of that same 8th row. 79 of Russell Harold next to the 123 of Frank Chavez in row number 9. Row 10 is Coy Callis, the 2 inside, Adam Vinny all the way back in 20th starting positions. He's outside of row number 10. And then the final 2 rows, Noah Abbott, the 32 inside of row 11 next to Mike Vining in the 16, and Dana Burdick, the 13, Paul Pfeffer, the 15 in your last row. We'll go all the way to the back and have a look. That's your last couple of rows. Only truck I don't see, well, Dana Burdick in the 13 right now. We'll get ready to roll them off. There was the view he wanted the whole time. Finally, the pace car rolls. The field will roll behind. I know if you get too far to the inside down in these corners, they have those little rumble blocks that keep you off the flat part. You get across them, oh my goodness, it will make the truck really upset down there. That's that exit lane for the pits. 6 truck. WD-40 on this side of that tonight. I gotta say, I kind of like that. Mr. Church in the house. Welcome, Jake. Good to see you. All right, pace car's out of the way. We're ready to get this thing kicked off. You're going to be coming to us out of turn number 4. The starter has the green flag ready.
Green flag, green flag.
And he's going to go ahead and wave it. Get him started for 100 times around Myrtle Beach Speedway. Bowmaker on the inside to the lead. Blevins second. Householder side by side with Bigelow. Right now they're side by side behind that as well. Pearson somehow got to the top. Jonathan Scott got down to the bottom. Pearson will grab that spot. He's going to try to stay wide here and see if he can get around Householder. Everybody being very cautious. Need the tires to come up to temperature. Little tiptoe in here, little tiptoe in there. Driving like you got an egg under the throttle pedal. So gentle, putting it back down to the floor. Going to take probably 3 to 4 laps before the tires warm up and up. Pearson now going to the inside on Householder. He crossed him over in 3 and 4. Caution for the first time, the 2 of Coy Callis. 79 of Russell Harold is right there. That's the 32. Oh, no, he just went down in there, got down low, got the car out of shape. He got clipped twice. He got hit by Pfeffer and Vining. So he got down in there and got them left side tires down on that big fat white line down there at the bottom of turns 3 and 4, and it just ran away with him. Well, what he did in qualifying, Jay, cannot be considered driving. I will go with a long slide and a lazy loop. How does that sound? But he hadn't wrecked it here, and he's been back in traffic. He's already up to 14th, so he's picked up 6 spots. Brock Bigelow, Corey Blevins, Brock Bigelow, Stephen Pearson, Austin Householder. Right now, the top 5. Forstner, Scott, Spalding, Martin, and Kamba are the top 10. Marcus Taylor Garza, we got to go take a look at that 99 truck because that is not his normal paint. He's always wild and loud with his paint. Tonight, nice color combination. Does look good. Truck's coming out of the pits right now. Is that Austin Householder right there? No, that isn't. I don't know who. Oh, that might have been the 15 of Paul Pfeffer. Yes, it was. That was. One of our sponsors, Premier Racing Setups, on the side of that 15 truck. Looks like we're doubling them up for a restart. Almost looks like they're ready to do a Delaware start, but I don't think that'll happen. I think Blevins will pull up alongside here down the backstretch. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Yeah, you know, Jay, that crossed my mind. I got to say, I thought about that moment. I don't know if they're still doing that or not, though. Maybe they are. Big start for Bowmaker. He's going to get it going and clear him by 10 truck lengths before we get to the start-finish line. Great start for him. Bigelow, very ginger down into turn one, and that opened it up for Blevins to use that middle lane and grab second back away from him. Householder and Scott 4 and 5, and on the outside, Steven Pearson. Still trying to run the middle to the top. Tony Martin's getting, oh, we got contact. De La Garza got into Forstner.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
It's not a parking lot. Cool little drone cami here. Oh, he got pushed into him. Kamba got into the 99. The 99 got into the 4. Everybody else did a pretty good job of missing that, I got to admit. Mindy Lee. Welcome, young lady. We're looking at Paul Bohanek's 3 truck right there. He was right where that whole thing started. He was right behind it. Missed it all. And Bohanek will be about 12th right now when we get ready for this restart. Pfeffer, Vining, Callis, and Abbott all lap down. I don't know who is going to get a waiver round in this deal. Cruising through. Going to be what is the end of lap number 12. We'll see if the lights go off on that pace track. There goes the 15 of Pfeffer. And he will get the wave around and get himself back on the lead lap. Vining, Callis, and Abbott all laps down. Vining is 1. Callis is 4. And Abbott looks like Noah Abbott in the 32. He might be out of this thing. He's not even on the track right now. Yeah. I did not think he got a big piece of that whole incident on lap 4. All right. Lights go off on our pace vehicle. We'll double things up and get ready for the restart. Long ways from the end of this one. We get a little rubber down. This track may get a little less slick. So we still have 22 of our 24 on track. We only have 19 of those on the lead lap right now. But another great restart. Bowmaker is killing it on the restarts tonight. He's keeping that 6 truck out front there side by side. This time Bigelow did not tippy-toe down into turns 1 and 2, and he didn't tippy-toe it down into 3 and 4 either. He's going to stay side by side. He's going to challenge Blevins. Adam Vinny now is working his way in. He's already up here to the 7th spot. He's working down the inside of Steven Pearson. So he started 20th, and now he is battling for the top 7. Pearson trying to stay with Tony Martin. Looks like that middle line is going to be pretty good if you can hit it right. Pearson's able to stay right alongside, and he's getting a bigger run on the exit of the corner, so he is giving Adam Vinny all he wants. Caution, truck around. Is that Mike Vining? I believe that's Mike Vining. Got it in there. Yeah. He didn't hit anything. He just looped her around, and now the leaders are going to be coming by. So already laps down. He was in line for a free pass, and that will be erased. With that loop, when you're the cause of the caution, you can't have the wave around. So we'll work lap 20, 1/5 of the way in under caution. Bowmaker, Blevins, Bigelow, Scott, Householder, Martin, Pearson, Vinny, Spalding, and Kyer are the top 10. Then it's Everett, Escobar, Bohanic, De La Garza, Dennis, Forstner, Kamba, Harold, Chavez, and Pfeffer. And those 20 trucks on the lead lap. Mike Vining, Coy Callis, the next two, and they are laps down. Vining looks like he's about to go 3 laps down, and Callis is already 4 laps down. Callis is going to get the wave. He'll be down to 3 laps down now. And Vining's truck still on pit road. Maybe he had a little more damage than we thought. It just looked like it was a little wrinkly across the nose, but ready to go green.
Green flag, green flag.
Bowmaker, not quite as big a start this time. But Blevins was able to get a great start. He grabbed second. It'll be a battle behind that because Bigelow and Scott now are side by side going at it for 4th. Tony Martin tucked in that 5th spot behind. And Adam Vinny now up to 6th. He got around Bowl. Oh, car truck up front. There goes Mike Vining. Vining is not having fun here tonight. A leader right behind got in. That truck just looped out. Boy, I'll tell you what, that could have been disastrous. And everybody able to miss him. We'll just slow things down for a minute. Going to be working lap number 27 here. We'll be under caution, but I think Coy Callis is going to get another waiver. He's getting a lot closer to being back on lead lap. He's only going to be 2 laps down now. But I think some guys are figuring some things out. I meant to ask you a little while ago, Frank, why did you miss? You are one of the trucks I don't see that I was wondering about. We'll get everybody lined up double file here. I'm pretty sure we're going to get that. It does look like the lights are off and everybody's going to double them back up, so we're going to get another restart. Adam Vinny this time, well, he's going to restart 5th. So it did take 28 laps. But on the restart after caution number 4, he is going to be restarting inside the top 6.
Green, green, green.
That time, Bowmaker, good launch. It looked like when he went to shift, the truck broke free a little bit. He grabbed it back up. He'll have the lead. Blevins has got a big run down the backstretch out of 2, and it looked like Bowmaker was able to cover the line. He'll go middle of 3 and 4, try to keep some momentum up. Caution behind, car around. Todd Kyer in the 08. Oh, a little bump from behind. Just the tiniest tap. I'll tell you what, all these guys are doing a great job of missing these when they happen, because that could have been a big old pile of trucks right there. So, caution number 5, lap number 31. Coy Callis looks like he is going to be the lucky dog again. He is going to be down 1 lap now, so he just needs another caution. He'll be back on the lead lap because Mike Vining is 7 laps down, back in 22nd place. Message from one of the guys driving right now. All right. Looking to see, are we going to get the 1 to go signal this time? I think with lap down trucks, we have an extra lap that we have to account for. But it looks like the lights went off on the pace car, so already back to him. Yeah, he's definitely hard charger right now. He's picked up 15 since we dropped the green flag. The biggest mover besides him is a 3-position move for Tony Martin. Your top 3 have not changed. Everyone around them is moving. At the line, a good start. Tell you what, Bowmaker just killing it on these restarts tonight. Blevins went to the high line. Not as good a run this time. Trying to get down into 3 and 4. Bowmaker with a little diamond action in the corner, and he covered up both lines. Going to keep these. He just wants to get out there and get those tires warm. I don't blame him. I would want that too. Just let me get my tires warm, and we'll start racing from there. Bigelow and Scott were almost side by side, and Scott had a little slip. So now he is going to fall back into the clutches of Adam Vinny. Vinny's going to go right to the inside. He is going to try to waste no time at all. Move himself up to 4th. He is 1 spot out of a top 3 finish already, and we're not halfway. He's picked up 16 spots. A little shallower entry line for the 11 truck.
All right, man. Caution.
Tony Martin was making a move on the 51 of Jonathan Scott. When that caution fell, it's Marcus De La Garza, the 99 truck. He was already out of shape when we got to him. Yep. Got on the throttle, trying to get off the high side. Swatted in the door from the 204 of Kamba. So 6 caution. Bowmaker, Blevins, Bigelow, Vinny, Martin, Scott, Pearson, Spalding, Forstner, and Householder are currently our top 10. Comba, Dennis, Escobar, Bohanic, Harold, Pfeffer, Kyer, and Everett through 18th. And then Chavez and De La Garza both off track. It's good news for Coy Callis. He's back on the lead lap. He'll get the wave around. He'll be back on the lead lap this time. There goes Coy Callis on the wave around. That'll put him back on the lead lap, so we will have 20 trucks once again. Beard's in here as well. Man, the whole crew is in here tonight. Thank you, guys. Vining is going to be the only truck not on the lead lap from at least this restart. So we get another one. He'll get a wave around. He'll move. That'll move him back to 6. De La Garza still on pit road. He got hit in the door pretty good. I don't know what all that does to these trucks when you hit them. I haven't run one in quite a while. I know the new damage model. Everything is crazy. I was talking to Kevin Spalding last night, and he was making light of last week's fender flapping and flyaway. That they were talking about it about the same time I was talking about it on the broadcast. Green flag back out. Way better start for Blevins and Bigelow this time. They're able to stay right with Bowmaker, and I think Blevins is going to use this to his advantage. He's got to run down the backstretch. Gonna try to pinch down the 6, make him wait on the throttle, and it didn't really work too well. Half a truck, new leader for the first time tonight. It's a 24 of Corey Blevins, but he didn't lead by much. Half a truck he should clear this time, and he'll be all the way in the lead. The battle is for 3rd. Vinny to the inside of Bigelow, and caution, Dakota Dennis. Right, this might be our parking lot that we've kind of been dreading. Ryan Comba up the hill, and then he just starts collecting trucks. There's Everett coming in. They were spinning up in front. That's Russell Harold was backing down the track. Backed it into the fence. And I think Dakota Dennis has major issues. That truck is spewing black smoke rolling down the back. Left front is jiggling around like it's loose from the hub there. Maybe the spindle might be broken on that one. Look out. That truck is heavily, heavily, heavily damaged. I wanted to get a little different look, but I can't get close. Yeah, that front end is janked. Seventh caution. We're creeping in on halfway. Corey Blevins, now your leader. Bowmaker second. Bigelow, Vinny, Martin, Forstner, Spalding, Householder, Escobar, and Pfeffer. And Adam Vinny was almost clear of Brock Bigelow for 3rd when that caution came out. So they're looking like we're doubling up. Yeah, lights are off on the pace car. Get another restart here. Tony Martin is right up there in that 5th spot. Pace car's out of the way. Let's see what Corey Blevins does on the restart. He gets a pretty good one. He'll be clean and clear. Brock Bigelow now is going to make a bid for second on Bowmaker. Up the inside. That outside has had the momentum the last couple of restarts. Not this time, and Corey Blevins not getting away from these guys, even though these three are battling. We're going to get cautioned again. I think we're going to find Paul Pfeffer is going to have a problem here. Yeah, I think so. Got to wave around a little while ago. Oh, he got in there super hot, got on the binders. That was, yeah, that's far enough. Right there is where you're going to catch your caution. So caution number 8. Right on halfway. Cars off the lead lap. Kamba, De La Garza, Dennis, Scott. Everybody coming to pit road at halfway, though. That'll leave Austin Householder out in front of things. Hugh Escobar, Steven Pearson, Frank Chavez, Paul Bohanic, Todd Kyer, Russell Harold, and Coy Callis now. From 3 or 4 laps down a little while ago, well, he's going to line up 8th on this next restart. Corey Blevins came out 9th. Dakota Dennis came out in 10th. Miraculously, they popped all the dents out on that thing. Then Bigelow, Bowmaker, Vinny all the way back to 13th again. So a charge from 20th to 4th, and now he's going to restart 13th right at halfway. So here we go. We've got a whole lot of passing left to do. If anybody is keeping count, he's passing a lot of vehicles tonight. Tony Martin behind that, then Spalding, Forstner, Dennis is going to fall to 16th now. He's going to fall out of that top 7 or 8, and Michael Everett is going to be 17th. Everybody else is either in the pits or laps down behind that. So 2 trucks that have not been to pit road, well, those are the 2 on the front row for this restart. The 72 and the 75. Escobar and Householder. Everybody else has been at least once. Frank Chavez has been twice in the 123.
Green flag, green flag.
Late flag this time, but at the front, good starts for both drivers. We'll see how long they can manage to stay there. We're going to drop back here right around that Steven Pearson and Frank Chavez area. There's Todd Kyer as well. He was involved in a spin earlier. Runs inside the top 5 as we speak. Good pass on the outside to put him in the top 5. Bowmaker. All the way up to 7th now. Running himself back into contention. Where is the 24? The 24 of Corey Blevins. Off the track. Don't know what happened. There goes Escobar around.
Caution is out.
I don't know the old tires were a key to this or not. Nope, got in there, and he was just trying to keep that truck off of the 75. Had a little too much front brake in it. Around and around and around they go. I don't know that they could make it. There goes your leader. Oh, that's going to open things up. That's going to put somebody new out front. So we'll have had our 4th leader now once Steven Pearson makes it to the line. We saw Pearson lead earlier in the season, I think at Atlanta. During an exchange of green flag pit stops, he got out front for a few laps. Bohanec, Kyer, Chavez, Bowmaker, Martin, Forstner, Vinny up to 8, Harold and Bigelow 9 and 10 right now. I don't know what happened to Corey Blevins, but he is gone out of the server. He made 54 laps, and that was that. Curious what happened to that driver. There goes Pfeffer. He'll get a lap back. That'll put him 2 laps down. One lap down. No, that can't be right. Yes, it is. He'll be 1 lap down. Scoring finally caught up, and he is going to be a 1 lap down. De La Garza, 3. Kamba, 3. Scott, 3. Blevins, currently 5 and falling backwards. Mike Vining, 7 laps, 8 laps down still. So the lights off on the pace car. We're going to get a restart. Whole new top 5, 6. The front row. Something we haven't seen. Waiting for the green flag, and Steven Pearson. He's going to get on it quickly. He's going to get a big jump. He'll clear Bohanec. Bohanec's going to have company on the inside as Kyer will ease on by through turns 1 and 2. So Kyer to second, Bohanec to third, and here comes Bowmaker. And Bowmaker led about the first 38 laps of this thing. And now he'll make a bid to put himself back in the top 3. Here comes Adam Vinny, and Adam Vinny's going around. I saw that coming. He had such a run coming out of turn 4. Yeah, we're just gonna rewind to that. Big run right there. And just couldn't get enough brake quick enough. He was gonna try to put that truck down in there beside Tony Martin. So he will work his way back to about 16th or 17th, and he'll restart. And he'll have about 35 laps to try to make his way back to the front again. It looks like he's going to do something really, really smart here. He's going to go in and put fresh tires on that thing so he can try to make this run. He'll go in behind U. Escobar. He's going to have to hurry. If he don't hurry, he's going to end up a lap down. He got to that line, but he's not going to get to that exit line before the pace car, is he? He is not. He has to stop and wait. There's your change of fortune. And now Adam Vinny's going to be all lap down. Pfeffer took another wave around. That'll put him back on the lead lap. So Adam Vinny's the first car 1 lap down. Actually, no, he's not. U. Escobar is, but Escobar probably just picked up a big fat black flag for exiting a closed pit. Yeah, he will. He'll line up behind the 11. Escobar still on the lead a lap. That's why. And now Vinny will get ahead of the waiver round car, so he's going to start behind Mike Vining, who's 7 laps down. Vinny will be the only truck 1 lap down. So another caution, he'll get his lap back. He's got to hope he's not the caution. Green flag back in the air. Pearson with another good start. Bowmaker started on the inside row behind Pearson, able to make it work. He goes straight to second place. Tony Martin now after Kyer. Forstner got in hot, was able to find a little room to get in the middle between trucks and not get into the back of Brock Bigelow right there. Caution, Mike Vining. And is Vining going to do this on his own? Vinny already passed him here. Yeah, got in there. That truck just not stable tonight. So that is going to help Adam Vinny. He's going to get a waiver round, and it'll get him back on the lead lap. He'll restart way towards the back, but 16th, and he's only going to have 30 laps to try to get to the front of this thing. It is just crazy how quickly things can change. He had a poor qualifying session, then drove his way from 20th to 4th. Exchange of pits, he restarts 12th, 13th. Drives back into the top 7 or 8 and spins himself out. Goes in to get the tires changed, ends up a lap down, and now he's going to have to restart at the back again. And it'll be less than 30 laps. It'll be about 29 or 28 when we get the green. He needs about 5 laps and 4 or 5 guys in front of him to have all kinds of problems and cause a caution. He's going to need that a couple of times. We're getting down to the end of this thing. I don't think that's going to happen. So he is going to probably have to drive it to the front. Pearson, Bowmaker, Martin to third, Bigelow, Kyer, Forstner, Bohanec, Everett, Spalding, and Harold. Your top 10 are right now with 29 laps remaining. I can't wait to see what kind of penalties he gets from the owners. Householder in 11th, Dakota Dennis 12th, Chavez 13th, Callis, Pfeffer, and Vinny through 16th. Those are the only cars on the lead lap right now. Hugh Escobar and company at least 2 or more laps down back through the field. Blevins, Abbott, and Burdick all out of the race. And you see Escobar 2 laps, and then Garza, Scott, and Comba 3 laps down right there. Mike Vining is still 7 circuits behind. Pace car is in. We're going to get a restart. 28 laps remaining. Green flag back in the air. Pearson with another good start. Now Tony Martin is making a challenge on Bowmaker, and Bowmaker knows that high side is going to work, so I think he's going to be able to use it. Grab second back away from Tony Martin right here. Martin will slide to third. Bigelow is 4th, and then Kyer in 5th. And they are spread out a little bit around here, top to bottom when we get to these corners, because a lot of different entry lines. And now Brock Bigelow trying to drive alongside Tony Martin on the high side. Meanwhile, Bowmaker is trying to put pressure on Pearson on the inside. Good battle in the top 4 right now. Bigelow is making that high side work. That time Pearson didn't get out of turn 4 very strong, and that allows Bowmaker to surge back by, but Pearson gets the run in 1 and 2. He's got to figure out that line in 3 and 4. He drags the fence getting into 3, and that's probably going to be the end of that.
All right, man, caution is out.
Bowmaker to the front. Hugh Escobar is around. 72 truck. Right in front of the 11. Nope, he just got in there, got hot, got De La Garza. Oh, then gets clipped by the 51 of Scott. So that'll slow some things down. I have to wonder if Mindy has put on the noise canceling headphones or has gone to another residence, maybe. It has got to be lively around there, I would bet. Bowmaker, Pearson, Martin, Bigelow, Kyer, the top 5. Forstner, Bohanic, Everett, Householder, and Harold, the top 10. Dennis, Callis, Pfeffer, Vinny, and Chavez through 15. Everyone else off the lead lap. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Everybody behind that, Blevins, Abbott, and Burdick, out of the race. County Beards. That's funny. Where is Mindy? Is she still listening? Oh, at qualifying? You say she took off at qualifying? Okay. All right, we're doubled up. We're getting ready to restart. The end of caution period in number 12. 20 laps will be remaining when we drop the green flag over here. Bowmaker back to the point. Quickest in qualifying, led the first 38 or 40 laps. And just about a lap and a half ago, before the caution, took the point back from Steven Pearson. He restarts, gets a good restart. Pearson may have his hands full. Bigelow trying to use that high side and get that run alongside one more time. Keep him down on the inside, not let him have the exit line. You poor girl. Pearson's still second. Bigelow, challenge from Martin. Able to fend it off for the time being, but Martin once again alongside down in 3 and 4. Good battle here for the final podium spot. Tony Martin stays alongside. Bigelow. Small advantage down the backstretch. Mike Forstner is right in behind this, and the top 5 are pretty much under a blanket right now. Bigelow fights off Tony Martin, now goes after Steven Pearson, and that didn't pan out at all right there, and he may have to deal with Martin again. 16 to go this time by. Laps click just as fast as they can. And I'll tell you what, we need to look and see, where's he at? He's 11th. Adam Vinny trying to break into the top 10. Couple of cars racing for position in front of him, and he needs to get by both of them. He is probably going to have to work to just salvage a top 7 or 8 finish out of this. Dismal night at Myrtle Beach for the 11 truck. But it's all about Bowmaker right now as he opens it up. He's got a quarter second.
All right, man.
Caution! Oh no, was that Mike Forstner? I believe that's Forstner. He just looped it down there in turns 3 and 4. Didn't hit anything. I think he got his left side tires down there on that big fat white line, and that's a transition to flat. And that's tough. Now it's going to be a restart, and we're going to be watching the top 3 for sure. Adam Vinny inside the top 10. He's up to 9th now. Oh, yeah. There's just been comers and goers all night long in this. 13 cautions. We got 13 to go. There goes Kevin Spaulding. Captain Spaulding getting him a wave around. He'll be 1 lap down now. Bowmaker, Pearson, Bigelow, Martin, and Kyer. Everett, Householder, Dennis, Vinny, Bohanic. We should get a restart with about 10 to go. All right, doubling them up. I'm telling you, I think the guys on the outside, if they're willing to be a little aggressive when they're getting to the corners, have a little bit of an advantage. But we're going to watch that top 4 right there, because they were all over each other before we got the caution. A couple of new players in there, Kyer and Everett now. A good restart. Bowmaker got it going pretty quickly. Pearson had it going. He tiptoes it into turns 1 and 2. Opens the door. Brock Bigelow will slide right by. Put in P2. And now the battle's for 3rd between Pearson and Martin. Still side by side. Vinny's working on Dennis for 7th right now. Hadn't quite gotten there just yet. Actually getting around Householder, and he's done that. Now he's going to work on Dakota Dennis. Still side by side for the 3rd spot. Martin, good run through the center of the corner, just not quite clear. He needs that same run right here in 3 and 4. And he's got it. He'll clear, going to 3rd right as the caution comes out. I don't want to talk about this one, fellas. I really don't. I don't think he was in it, but he was in it, maybe? Maybe not. It could have been Forstner that was in it. It was. Forstner got around. And whatever happened, Vinny is taking it off the track to pit road. So he was battling for 7th. And he is going to be 15th when we go back to it. There goes Kevin Spaulding again. He's going to get his lap back. He'll be back on the lead lap now. And once again, Adam Vinny. Trying to go back from before that caution. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It doesn't show him with the red dot, so whatever happened just happened. So do we get the 1 to go right here? We do. Lights go off on the pace car, so we are going to have 3 laps. Ooh, an old green-white checker shootout. Bowmaker, Bigelow, Martin, Pearson, Martin, Kyer, and Dakota Dennis up there in the top 6. Coming down to the wire. Green flag, a little bit of a stumble out of the 6 truck on the start. Bigelow trying to get the run through the center of the corner. He got a good one. Can he get to the inside before we get to 3 and 4? He does not. Will he go to the outside like he's been doing the last few restarts? 2 to go this time. He's going to try to do it on the high side. Crossover coming. He's going to pull it down to the inside. Oh, he could have got there, I think. Might have been tight. But he might have been able to force Bowmaker up the hill. White flag coming out this time. Kyer slides it up to the fence. We will stay green. Bigelow looking high, looking low. He's got a, oh, man. I thought that was it. I thought he was getting ready to put the power down. I don't think he can get there now. I think we're going to come out to the checkers, and it's going to be Brandon Bowmaker. Maybe not. Little bump and run. He got there first. Bigelow second. Martin comes home in third. Pearson and Dennis 4 and 5. Not without a little drama, but we still got it home. So we'll get our top 3, try to talk to them. Let's look at the results really quickly. Dennis, Pearson 4th, Dennis 5th, Everett 6th, Harold 7th, Bohonic 8th, Spalding 9th, Pfeffer 10th, Chavez 11th, Kyer was 12th, Callis 13th, Forstner 14th, 15th was Householder, Ryan Kama is 16th, Jonathan Scott 17th, U. Escobar 18th. Mike Vining 19th, Adam Vinny 20th, Marcus De La Garza 21st, Corey Blevins 22nd, Noah Abbott 23rd, and Dana Burdick 24th. And now we got to find a good camera angle because we really want to see trucks. That looks like that's about as good as any. Start finding drivers. Brandon Bowmaker. Let's put him there. Tony Martin. Put him there. And there's old Brocky Brock. Bigelow, we'll drop him in the Lucky Dog channel. And we'll drop him in there. And now we'll get ready to start talking to drivers. Here we go. Tony Martin, you got a copy?
Hello. I got you.
All right, man. It wasn't for a whole lot of hard fighting all night, but you kept the truck close to the front, and you're going to come home on the third step of the podium this evening, buddy. Tough one for sure.
Yeah, I kind of worked for this one tonight. Just bought the track the other day, so I really didn't have much experience with it. And then qualifying 9th, and I just kept telling myself, stay patient, stay smooth. And was able to pull out a podium tonight. I'm pretty happy with it.
A lot of side-by-side battling, and we could tell from up here there were moments when the bottom was really good and then times when the top seemed really good. How do you find that transition throughout the night?
Yeah, some guys were a little better up top. I made a couple passes up there. I just didn't feel, I felt better down near the paint at the bottom. It was just a preference for me.
Well, she's a tricky one for sure, man, but you're going to get it home on the podium. Some shout-outs and thank yous before we let you head out.
All right, well, thank you there, Beard Sconson, for putting on the broadcast. Thank the league for putting on the races. And all my guys over at QuickTime, and
Did we lose you? Oh, yeah.
So yeah, all my guys over at QuickTime and my paint shop, Velocity Paint.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. I'll look forward to seeing you back next Tuesday or Wednesday night.
All right.
That is Brock. Tony Martin finishing in third. We're going to move on to Brock Bigelow. He fought hard. He comes up a spot short. He had a lot of fans cheering for him to go up there and get the win. Brock, you were close.
Yes, sir. It was definitely close, but not going to complain with a second place finish. That is for sure.
You were able to make a lot of passes on the high side, and then after that last restart, looked like maybe the willingness to push the issue up there may have faded a little.
Well, the thing for me was I like to run the old Kowicki strategy of run where they're not. And the top side was working. I could keep the wheel open, and I could get to the throttle pretty good. I was making it work on the bottom, too, because I could almost diamond the corner a little bit. Then was able to push the issue coming off of 4 to the finish there. And one spot short. One of these days I'll get her. One of these days I'll get her.
Well, it looked like you had a really good run with about 2 to go, and you made a decision not to stick your nose down the inside of the 6. Hindsight being what it is, maybe that was your time?
Well, I mean, I don't like to stick my nose in where I don't think I'm not 100% that it's not going to cause an issue for the guy in front of me. I like to race clean. I like to make good moves, and I didn't feel like I could get the leverage that I needed to get a run, especially coming off of 4 there. I don't know how that looked from your perspective, but got off of 4 and got into him there, and I don't want to race like that. I don't want to win it like that. I'll get her clean and run up front. I'll get one of these, but not going to complain again with a second place finish. And second time ever running this track with no practice, so I'll definitely take it.
Awesome job, man. Some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you head out tonight.
Absolutely. First off, our hearts are with the Burdick family. On behalf of the whole Midwest family, we're thinking about the Burdick family and Dana. He shared some news with us I won't go into detail over, but our thoughts and our prayers are with him and his family this week. And I'd like to thank Nye Welding Services, Dan Bundy Logging, Beardsconsin.com, Small Batch Beard Oil, Wabam Car Care Products. And thank you for calling this race, as always. And just thanks again to all the guys who help put this league on and put on good racing every week.
All right, man. Congrats on the run. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Absolutely. I'll get one spot better one of these days, I'm telling you.
All right, man. That's Brock Bigelow, folks. He finished second tonight. And now, quick qualifier. He led the first about 38 or so laps. Shuffled through pit strategy, kind of went back in the field, worked his way back up, and Brandon kind of looked like the stars were aligned tonight, and everything kind of ended the way that it should have.
Yeah, I'm happy that it did. I've had the pole a couple times and just fell off, wasn't able to hold the speed, and tonight I don't know what it was, but I had some at the end, and I'm happy.
Well, the last lap, and you got to know he's there because he kind of put some pressure on you after that last restart 2 or 3 times. The little tap, and it looked like you just said, this is not going to happen. I'm going to keep my foot in it, and I'm going to drive this thing forward or backward to the line.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I on the restart getting into 1, I missed my mark, and I was way high, and it allowed him to get right there with me, and I didn't know if he was going to use the bumper or not, so I kept moving my line around just a little bit. But he definitely said he throttled up a little, just trying to get the jump off the turn, and didn't mean to get into me, but it's all fair. Glad that I was able to pick it up in style going backwards, though.
Well, it'll look good when you go back and watch the broadcast, man. Awesome run tonight on the tricky track. You're going to go home with the win. Some shout outs, some thank yous before we let you head out.
Yeah, Thank you for the broadcast. It's always a blast to go back and watch it. This one obviously be special. My first win in the league. Speaking of the league, I'd like to thank Michael for putting it on and the sponsors. I can only think of the steakhouse right now, but I do plan to go try it since I live up in Kansas City. And I'd like to thank my kids and wife for letting me do this.
All right, man. Awesome run. Thanks for chatting with us. We will see you next week right back here.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Brandon Bowmaker picking up the win tonight. Interesting one for sure. This is a tough place. I think this is the first time I've actually called a race here. So this is a tough one. Was still fun to watch. We saw comers, we saw goers, we saw guys that made runs through the field, went back, tried to do it again. Your two points leaders both had very bad nights, so we'll see what that does to the points as we go into next week. I, unfortunately, will not be here with you next week, but my main man, K.R. Stolfus, will be up here calling for you. He knows what's going on. I think he called one of these for me last season, and he'll be in here, so be as rough on him as you need to be. I'll give you all permission. Give him a hard time. It's always fun, especially when I get to go back and watch these and see how he interacts with you guys. So I will be back the 14th of May to call with you. So you'll have KR for a couple of weeks. But I want to thank you all for being here. Without you, there is no reason for us to do this. And without the great leagues giving us fantastic racing like we see each and every night, there's nothing for us to cover. So high fives and pats on the back are due everywhere. Until we see y'all again, peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down. Come back and visit with us as soon as you can. In fact, tomorrow night, Netcode Esports Mighty Midgets, about 8:30 Eastern.